What you can get for $1 million when you're talking about real estate can vary greatly from one city to the next. So huge differences when you compare a rural area in another state compared to being near the beach in Florida. But did you know that even in Sarasota, what you can get for your money can vary greatly from one sub-market to the next? So it can all have the same Sarasota mailing address. How much house, the condition, everything about it can really make a big difference on where you're at within the area. So in this video, I'm going to really focus on that. The price point we're going to look at is $1 million. What can you fetch for $1 million with a Sarasota mailing address is what we're going to talk about today. Hi, I'm Jill Thomas, and each week I bring new videos about real estate here in the Sarasota area, but I also like to talk about what it's like to live here in the Sunshine State so you know what to expect if you're thinking of making a move from another area. So whether you're thinking about moving here or maybe moving away from here, this might be a good channel for you to hit the subscribe button on, hit the notification bell, follow me, take a look. I'm also on Facebook and Instagram. I have different content over there, very hyper local. So maybe you pop on over there and take a look. But really what I encourage you to do is when you feel like the time is right, please reach out to me, call, text, email, even if you're a year out from making a move or doing something, reach out to me. I'm here to help answer your questions, help you figure out what's the next best step for you and help you set those expectations right or correctly up front. I don't know too many people who don't enjoy just looking at homes. My mom loves it, and when it's appropriate, she tags along with me to look at homes if I'm taking videos for other people. And even in her mind, if we're looking at different homes, she likes to compare and contrast it for her to determine what would be the best value in her mind. And so that's really what we're going to do today is break these homes down from these different submarkets to determine what would be the best value to you if you were looking to purchase. Now, please keep in mind, I was not involved in any of these transactions. I just wanted to pick what I thought were a good representative from different markets, different submarkets here in the Sarasota area. So I did not work with the buyer nor the seller in any of these transactions. Other agents did. All right, this is our first house we're going to look at. I'm going to call this our Siesta Key Cottage because it's right on Siesta Key. How awesome is that? So Cali de Peru is the address. It's sold in May right here of 2023 for $1,050,000. But this is just a little guy. It's only a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, just over 1,000 square feet under area. You can see there's no garage or anything like that. So it's a small one. It actually has a decent sized lot. I got my cheat sheet over here. Just over 7,000 square feet. It's nice because it's a block home. It has a new roof, newer AC, no HOA dues, things like that. But let's take a little look at some of our pictures here. So you can see maintenance-free yard. There's shell everywhere. And then there's the beach right over there. That's the public beach. So it's not a straight shot to walk there. You have to actually kind of walk around this way and then go around that way. But you could walk or ride a bike. This was originally the carport. They screened in the front part just to kind of make it an additional outdoor living space. Let me go back one picture. You can see there's no stucco on it. It's, concrete block, older windows. I don't know if those are from the 50s or maybe they were replaced in the 70s. I think these ceilings are kind of cool. The only thing is I'm not really sure if there's any insulation up there between the ceiling and the roof. Terrazzo floors. So you can see they did a little updating here in the kitchen, small kitchen. Nice shiny terrazzo floors. People love those. They're very popular for older home like that from the 50s. But it's just kind of one big space, kitchen, living room, dining room area. Here's one of the bathrooms. Again, they exposed all the beams. So I don't know, maybe when they did some updating, there was just some damage to the ceilings and they just decided let's embrace those cool looking exposed beams. So you can see those there. Here's a bedroom. Again, terrazzo floor, real pretty. Another shot. I think this is a bathroom here and in the bedroom. And that looks out back, another bedroom or bathroom. You see they're in the mirror there. Again, shell all around. So it's nice because it is maintenance free. There's an outdoor shower there, a little bench so you can come back from the beach, hose yourself down. You have a kayak or something, you can clean off your toys. So that's great. Now something about, you know what though? This may have been an add-on bedroom at some point. You can see the block down here. It's a block base. But do you see this wood? This may have been added on. It maybe originally was even a smaller home. So little things like that you need to look out for. It's not that it's the end of the world or a deal killer, but it's just something to be mindful of. There's definitely plenty of space back here. Somebody wanted to put in a swimming pool. Now, something about this, people think, okay, well, I could rent it out, use it as an Airbnb, but this part of Siesta Key, it's 1 month minimum for your rentals, up to 12 times a year. So this is just pictures from the village there in Siesta. So keep that in mind, guys, that just because you own the house, there's no HOA dues, it doesn't mean you can do whatever you want with it. So you are in a flood zone. Your insurance is going to be high. There's no doubt about it, even though it's got this nice newer roof on. There's another great aerial shot looking the other way. So before the beaches were over here, and now you can see the other parts. That's actually right there. Do you see that? I believe that's Lido Key right there. There's just, it doesn't, you just can't jump from Siesta Key to Lido Key. There's no bridge or anything. Some nice aerial shots. It's not on water at all, obviously. There's a canal back here, but that roof needs to be pressure washed. So yes, this is a flat roof. So even though the roof is newer as well, sometimes those are harder to maintain. They're going to have to be taken care of more often. And you can see part of the air conditioners up on the roof as well. But it's a cute little house. So again, no short-term rentals, no HOA dues, high insurance, small house, but great location for the beach. You're definitely in a flood zone. So those are the main things I wanted to point out to you guys with this property. So here's house number 1, our Siesta Key bungalow. House number 2, this one is in the meadows. I'm going to call this our sprawling pool home because the house was built in 1991, and there's something about some of these older homes that just make them feel larger, the way they're laid out, just kind of sprawling, and there's a swimming pool. So of the 3 homes we're talking about today, this is the only one with the pool. So this one sold in May of 2023 for almost 1.1 million. So I'm kind of cheating a little bit here, 10975, but I still think it's a really good example for you. It's a larger home, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, almost 3,000 square feet. The lot's large, almost 15,000 square feet. Things I like about this home: slightly newer roof from 2015, AC's 2013. This is not in a flood zone. So with a nice age in the roof, the location, we're not like in a zip code that can be problematic when it comes to insurance or anything like that. So the insurance should definitely be much more reasonable than the smaller home that's on Siesta Key. It's not that this is cheap again compared to other cities or other states, but still not bad. So keep in mind, this was 1991. You're going to see some nice updates in here. I like the taller ceilings in a lot of areas. You can see how it comes up a bit right here. Those are nice things. This is very 1990s right there. Well, I don't know what you'd even call that. But anyhow, you've got newer floors, newer kitchen, nice and open still. Sometimes people's definition of an open kitchen can vary from person to person. Some people would want this whole wall down, but it's relatively open. The only thing that kind of rubs me the wrong way, I'm not a big fan of the color of these cabinets at the island. I wish they were white as well, or something that was a significantly different color. It kind of blends in too much to the flooring and the countertops, in my opinion. Maybe it looks better in person. So sometimes, guys, we can't judge too much by photos. Sometimes you have to see it in person. Okay, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt on that. But otherwise, it's really, I think, a really pretty little home. But you see it just nice and wide, open, nice feel, fireplace. They added, this tile work here. They have their little coffee bar over there. People after my own heart. So, like I said, 3 bedroom, 3.5 bath. So that was a powder bath. Here's probably the owner's suite. Nice size closets. Look at this, is lovely. They did a nice job with this. This is very pretty. Another bedroom, another full bath. So here they did some nice treatments. These look like the same cabinets in the kitchen. Maybe they look better in person. And then the other full bath. Nice size laundry room. Look at all these cabinets they installed. A nice space for projects or folding. Got a little refrigerator here. So that's really great. There's some nice features with this home. And look at how huge this lanai is. The covered area for the lanai is so big. And again, I've said in some of my other videos, when we're talking about trying to figure out space when you are looking at photos, look at what kind of furniture is already there, and it will really help you to see. You can tell there's 3 cushions on this couch. We've got this table, 2 more chairs, lots of space here. This is an 8-person table right over here. So this is really good covered space out on the lanai. I really like that. And then you can see too, they've got some uncovered space. And then over here, they could have used this space differently if they wanted, but they set it up as a bar area so people could eat there as well. Or maybe they could even serve food there if they have a lot of company. So they did some really fun things here to make good use of the space. Oh, look at me, even have a little golf cart over there. I didn't notice that before when I was looking at the photos. Now, here's something that I will say, that I don't think this pool is very big, or as big as what this picture tells. This makes it look like a super long pool, like you could swim laps. Not to say you couldn't swim laps in there, but I would not call it a lap pool. Now, when you see it at this angle, it looks a little different. Again, it's not that it's tiny, it's not a spool, but it's just not huge either. Nice clean garage. Look at that's lovely. That's great. And then we're back to the beginning. So the HOA dues here in the Meadows, I have to look at my cheat sheet. For this home is $155 a month. With the Meadows, there's a fitness center, public, community pool. There's some other features as well, things that people might like. It's kind of like you have a social membership at the Meadows Country Club. They don't really call it that there for residents. They call it the Renaissance Plan. But there's a lot of nice things that you can do and be involved with the community. Things are well maintained. They probably do not do the yard work for $155 a month. So that would be, on the homeowner. So that's not included. You have to maintain everything about your home. Really, it's for a nice size lot and everything. One thing I do want to mention, rental restrictions for this property is 2-month minimum, 2 times a year. So you're not this is not a rental machine at all. You could get somebody for a season, no problem, 3 or 4 months, get an annual tenant, no problem. But in terms of mixed use, it probably wouldn't go very far unless you want to use the home in the summer or in the fall. Let's see if there's anything else. Oh yeah, and then let's talk about location. That's really important. Of course, my little face disappears, but that's okay. All right, so here we are in the Meadows. It's between Fruitville and University. So here's University up here. Here's Fruitville Road down here, 2 exits off of I-75. And if you were to come down to Fruitville Road and head west, this is downtown Sarasota right here. You've got St. Armands, Lido Keys, so that's a great location. But then right up here, UTC. You can come out over here on Honore if you want, head up. And so you've got the mall, all the shops, restaurants. So wonderful central location, close to I-75, close to downtown, really in the heart of it all. So excellent location. So for this kind of money, for just over $1 million, you get this large house in nice shape, relatively low carrying costs in terms of insurance and HOA dues, and no CDD fees. Here's our final house number 3, and I'm calling this one New Home with a View. Now, the view is a little subjective. I wouldn't call it a dynamic view, but it has a view nonetheless. So this is a new home built in 2020, and this home's just sold in June of 2023 for flat $1 million. A little bit smaller than the last home, 2363 square feet, and it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bath, no pool. There is a community pool, but no swimming pool. And actually, the lot size isn't too bad for a new home. It is 11,320 square feet. So that's pretty solid right there. This home is block, so was the last one. None of these were framed homes or, wood frame homes. So block on the exterior. House number 2, stuccoed. This home is stuccoed as well. So I didn't mention that. I like this also. Has a 3-car garage. This home actually does have a den. I forgot to mention that as well. So let's start looking at the photos, and I'll share a little bit more about the home with you as we're looking. So you see nice pavers, beautiful house. So this is an Esplanade. That means it's Taylor Morrison. All the Esplanade communities are built by Taylor Morrison. So you can see beautiful flooring, very neutral. So the dining room was back here, more down to the left. Open kitchen, looking out to the living room. Beautiful tray ceiling. They have some nice light fixtures. So you can see they did some lovely things. This was an upgrade when they had the house built. This is considered a gourmet kitchen because you have the built-in oven and microwave right here. So that was definitely an upgrade. And maybe even extending these cabinets down farther could have been an upgrade. They did tile all the way to the ceiling. That's an upgrade. I could do videos just on what are upgrades. Gas community. I like all the sliders. Let's go back one more picture here. Nice 2 large sets of sliders. So that's really pretty to look out. Nice view. So here's our little view. It's a we call it a lake, but it's really a retention pond. Let's be honest about it. Again, but this is a decent sized lanai that's covered. We've got 2 fans, recessed lights. We've got some chaise lounges over here, table and chairs, and a little hot tub. So again, just for you to get perspective on the size. Here's the owner suite. Again, a tray ceiling. We're very nice. Great closet. Who wouldn't want that? Here's our den or office. Another bedroom. This would be the one that faces out front. I can tell by the windows. There's carpet in here. Laundry room. Look, I think they put a mirror there. That's interesting. I guess you print before walking out the door. Okay, so again, here's our view. So we're at the end of this little lake right here, but this is nice because look at all this extra space you have over here. And I'm certain that you don't own all of this, but it's great because it just makes it feel more private. Now, I think there is community road right over here, but they've got these great trees. So really personal preference on whether or not you like that kind of stuff. You know, some people don't want to be near the road. Other people are like, oh, that's great because with the trees there, I own all this great space. I'm not looking out at my neighbor. Here's the amenity center. So these dues here in Esplanade are $513 a month. So definitely a lot higher than the Meadows for sure. And our rental restrictions are 1 month minimum, 4 times a year. 0 entry pool. Nice little spa. Look how lovely this is. So this is definitely a completely different lifestyle. Definitely more, you feel like you're on vacation. This is a great feel. Look at the fireplace out here. You have company over. You can wander around and enjoy all the facilities. Beautiful fitness center, tennis or pickleball. Chess, anyone? So here we are, we're back to the beginning. This is flood zone X, which means it's the least risky. And because the house is new, your insurance for this home is going to be pretty low. I would guess it would be $1,000 a year or less. Don't quote me on that. Don't bank on that. But at least right now, that's what I'm hearing from my new construction folks is that it's been under $1,000 a year, closer to about $800 a year. So that's really nice. Now let's talk about location of Esplanade. Make sure I hit all my key talking points here. I didn't want to forget to tell you something. Okay, now let's take a look at the map and see what we've got so you can get an idea of the location. This is in Palmer Ranch. Palmer Ranch is the area south of Clark, kind of in this general area. It's really gone really much farther south, just south of 681. Talon Preserve is right down here. So that's considered the south end of Palmer Ranch. Now, if you want to hit the beaches, here are your options. You can either head north, pick up Clark, and then this is the South Bridge out to Siesta Key. So that's one way to go. Another way to do this is to head a little bit farther south instead of going north. We don't want Blackburn Point. We want a little bit farther. Right here, Albee Road. Take 41 south. Come right here. We've got Nokomis Beach. We have the North Jetty. Or you can also hit Venice. So you're a little bit more central between, this part of Sarasota, the Siesta Key section. Of course, you can always go to downtown Sarasota as well, or you can hit the beaches down here. So you're in between all of those beaches, which is kind of nice as well. You've got some close options. So that's a really good thing to consider as well. So it's still close to 75. You can hop on 75 right here at Clark. You can hop on 41, go north and south. Still loads of restaurants and shopping, especially on Clark Road. There's a lot to do right there. And then if you always want to, you can head north to the university area and pick up UTC and go to Lakewood Ranch. So you're not far from anything. You're just further south. So that is house number 3, new home with a view. Okay, so what do you think of our 3 homes? Now that we've kind of dug in deep a little bit, you saw some pictures, let's just do a quick recap to give you the bird's eye view of these homes. And then you tell me which home would be the best fit for you if you were looking to buy a home today for around $1 million. So the first house we have is our Siesta Key Cottage, a little smaller, 2-bedroom, 2-bath, just around 1,000 square feet, but it's on Siesta Key. You're so close to the beaches, so that's awesome. No HOA dues or CDD fees, anything like that, but you're going to be paying a lot of money in insurance. There is no doubt about it, even though it's a little house. There's no pool or anything there, no extra amenities. You're paying for that location. And it is an older home built in 1958. House number 2 is our sprawling pool home. Larger home, almost 3,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3.5 baths, a nice size lot, over 14,000 square feet. Built in 1991, but some really decent updates, some really nice updates, so you don't feel like you're living in a really older home. You got some higher ceilings in there, which is a nice touch as well. Your insurance is going to be lower. You do have HOA dues, but they're pretty moderate, and you get actually quite a bit for those dues. So low HOA dues. Your insurance isn't going to be terrible. You're definitely going to be paying because insurance in Florida is high compared to other areas, but your insurance won't be terrible. And it's a great central location, kind of close to downtown, some of the beaches, and then close to I-75. And then our third home, our newer home, a new home with a view, built in 2020, a 2,400 square feet. Honestly, a decent sized lot for what it is. But your HOA dues are going to be pretty high. They're over $500 a month, but your insurance is going to be low also. So there is a little bit of a trade-off. And again, decent location. You are a little bit farther south in Sarasota itself. So your beaches are going to be a bit closer to, our beaches in the southern end of the county there. But otherwise, it still is a decent location. So of these 3 homes, what is the best fit for you? Now, it's always fun to look at homes. Like I said, my mom likes going with me. I have her set up on all these different MLS searches just because she likes to follow things in different neighborhoods. And so it's a fun thing to do, but it's really important for you to kind of pull yourself back, compare and contrast these different homes, and really sometimes it just boils down to what your lifestyle is, what is most important to you, and that's the direction that we need to go. All right, guys. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope this video was a help to you in the end, just not the eye candy and the funness of funness, that's not really a word, but of checking out these homes. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'm here to be a good resource for you. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.